Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Q&A session. Today, we will be talking about the EDP Global Graduate Program. And on this instance, I'd like to thank all of you for attending this Q&A session. I hope you have all your questions ready, since on our side, we'll be ready to answer all your questions. So allow me to call up our guests. And here we are. Hello, Manuel. Hello, Danielle. Welcome. Uh,
Hello.
can you give us short introduction about yourselves and what you do at EDP?
Sure. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and to be curious about of getting to know more about the EDP Global Graduate Program. My name is Daniela Gonçalves. I'm from the Talent Acquisition and Attraction team. So, basically, the ones that are responsible for all the magic happening here at EDP, and especially for this amazing program that I'm going to show you a little bit more about.
Hello, I'm Manuel Barros. Currently a trainee at EDP. Um, I'm working in my second rotation now, so I came here to speak a little bit about my experience in EDP. And yes, that's it.
Okay, before moving forward, just let you know that you have a chat open. You can use the chat to place your questions. But before that, let's hear a little bit about the program itself. Daniela, you have a short introduction about the program. This year we have, I would say, a big shift in what was the EDP trainee program from last year. So you want to do a short introduction? Go on.
Yes, thank you so much, Miguel. So I'm going to try and share my screen. I'm finding out how to work on this platform. Okay, I'm going to share my entire screen.
We're seeing your screen. Perfect.
Yes. Okay, so about the EDP trainee program. Do you see the presentation? All good?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, Um, first, I cannot talk about this EDP Global Graduate Program without telling the story behind this new program. So, just to give everyone a context, and I don't know, maybe some of you are have this doubt, but EDP has. Had the EDP trainee program for the last more than 10 years. And we started these programs that were made they were focused on growing our talent pool of young talent of early careers in 2013, and we started this journey focusing on early careers with the EDP trainee program. And we right now are currently in the last edition of the EDP trainee program. So Manuel Barros is a part of the eighth and last edition of the e-training program. And right now, we kind of say goodbye to the EDP trainee program, and now we say hello to this EDP Global Graduate Program. So, and what is this global graduate program, and why did we make this shift? So, some of you, for the ones that don't know, so EDP is a Portuguese company. We actually do 50 years this year of company, and being in the energy sector is a sector that is constantly evolving, and especially nowadays. So not only about not only the sector, the business itself that wants to improve and wants to grow and wants to innovate, but us here in the HR department. So here we call it people in the organization. We also want to be part of this journey, and I think the teams that are responsible for growing and development the talent are the ones that are responsible, of course, for the talent that we have here, and the ones that actually make this difference, the ones that are fighting and building this energy transition that EDP is responsible. So when we think about this, we also need to think about new ways of attracting the best talent that we want. And that's why we kind of needed to have this big shift of the EDP trainee program to the EDP Global Graduate Program, not because in the energy sector, not just because in the energy sector is growing, but also it's what the benchmark tell us. And we want to grow. We started as a Portuguese company, and now in 50 years of history, we want to we grew into more than 25 markets. So, and as we grow, we want to become one global company, and this is the big purpose of the EDP Global Graduate Program. So that's why we have the name global, and we shift to the name graduate, because we know that it's a name that it's more globally aligned, and we want to have this global alignment, international alignment, of course. So what is the EDP Global Graduate Program? This is the opportunity for early career professionals to accelerate their careers with EDP. This is for people that are they're still studying, but they're finishing their master's degree, or have recently graduated from their master's, until 2 years of experience. So if you are still in your early career and you want, especially if you want to explore different things, you want to explore the energy sector, this opportunity is for you, because in this global graduate program you will have 18 months of a journey that you will be able to be in three different teams. So you will start this experience in September 2026, and you will end this experience in March 2028. So 18 months, and in these 18 months you'll have the chance to meet three different teams. These different teams can be in different types of business, different types of companies, because EDP is a group that it's made of hundreds of companies, but in different types of business. So for the ones that don't know, EDP is present in all the energy value chain. So you could be in run rotation learning more on how we produce the energy. So in our generation assets platform, the production side of the business. In other rotation, you can learn more on how we distribute this energy. So in our network side of the business, or even on how we commercialize this energy, or even because we are responsible for producing, distributing, and commercializing this energy, we are also responsible for managing this energy. So we kind of we trade also the energy. Sorry. Um, so this is a big opportunity for you, not only to get to know the EDP, not only get to know EDP more on in depth, but also to get to know what is the energy sector, what is the energy transition, and what does this mean. Besides these three rotations, um, the things that we offer, starting from the beginning, we start in onboarding, which it's a global onboarding, let's call it that, because we will join here all together here in Portugal, in Lisbon, and you'll be around 1 week here all together in Lisbon, where you get to know each other, but also you deep dive, you really deep dive, is an intensive week, but a really, really fun week where you deep dive in EDP's business. So, in the all in the what is the production side of the business, the commercialization, the production, the energy management, and everything that's related to run really a business. So finance teams, P&O teams, people in the organization, marketing teams, everything. So you really get to know what is EDP for, that will help you in all of your journey of being at EDP. So you'll start this international exposure, this global exposure, since the start, where you get to know where you'll be all together in here. But after this onboarding, you will have the chance to have an international mobility. So um, you start imagining that you are from Portugal, you are applying for Portugal, you start your journey here in Portugal, and then you have one of the second or third rotation, to be more specific. They could be an international rotation. So you could be in the first rotation in Portugal, in the second rotation you could go to Brazil, for example, and then you come back to Portugal for your home country. Let's call it that. And we have a lot of opportunities like that because EDP is present in most of the continents. So here in North America, we are present in Canada and the United States. However, just for you to get to understand, you'll be more focused on in the United States in Houston. Okay, this is the most focus here on the graduate program. In South America, it will be in Brazil. In Europe, you will have the chance to be or in Portugal, in Spain, Italy, or France. It will depend. And then you'll have the opportunity to be, for example, in Singapore. So we are also grow into Asia Pacific. And finally, in these 18 months, will not be only focused on getting to know more about the teams that you are doing the rotations, but of course um, uh, you'll be also involving in other ways. So of course the main focus is to learning by doing hands-on, and have a hands-on experience with the teams that you're doing your rotation. But we will also do learning and development program um, created just for you, for your career to be developed since the beginning. And some examples, for example, to have a mentoring program with directors, senior directors here at TDP, that can help you, can help you a lot since the beginning of your career. And for example, Manuel is currently doing his mentoring program, and if you want, Manuel, you can talk a little bit more about that and your experience. And of course, we invest in this graduate program because after these three rotations, it's intensive but fun. In 18 months, we want you to stay at EDP, and you want to stay with us for as long as it's possible, to have a long-term career with us at EDP. And without talking about this future at TDP, I cannot forget about the benefits, because they always very, very important. So one thing that we want, and this is not an internship, okay? So we want to for you to have an 18 months contract, and not an internship contract, where you have vacations day, for example, included in this in your benefits, of course. Health insurance, it's one of the other benefits, and then other types of benefits that they will vary a lot depending on the country that you'll stay during your graduate program. And finally, I'm going to shut up a little bit and just to hear all of your questions. But just I want to
So many,
show
Daniel.
you I just want to show you a little video about the onboarding, and maybe to for the ones that haven't applied yet, to give you a little bit of a boost to apply when you can. Do you hear?
At EDP, we believe that the most promising talents are often hidden gems, people who thrive in environments that are collaborative, innovative, and purpose driven.
In a world where the energy transition is as much about people as it is about technology, we need ambitious, forward thinking individuals who are ready to shape the future of energy.
I didn't know EDP before. I applied, and I think, yeah, the magnitude of the company and all the people that are working with it in it, and all the little teams that are needed to support the business.
I think what struck me most is about how open everyone is. It's been a real pleasure throughout the process. I really feel like people have made an effort to make us feel welcome here.
As a Portuguese, I had a very traditional view of EDP, and since I've been here in these past few days, I got a very global view of EDP. I didn't know it had so many departments, so many different sides of its business.
What I wasn't really expecting, and it's very, very like a good aspect for me, is this open-mindedness in making you like rotate, switch, change location, knowing other cultures.
My favorite moment is the first day, the dinner, that all trainees enjoy together, like amazing Portuguese food, and that's such a warm and nice start for the program.
The conversation with the CEO was amazing. That's all I can say. When purpose and mindset align, we can grow in the same direction and succeed together.
These trainees, our hidden gems, bring with them not only the academic excellence and the global diversity, but also fresh perspectives, curiosity, and the courage to challenge the status quo.
Okay, let's go to the questions. Oh no, not
No,
the questions.
Manuel first. Manuel,
You
let's start with a simple question that I think will help you as well, because we have a question here that is asking, how does a day look like in your everyday journey at EDP, Manuel? Maybe you can share a little bit what you do and how your everyday looks like.
Yes, I mean that's an interesting and important question. Uh, I mean, besides working every day, of course, which is what we are expecting, it's very interesting because being a trainee here at EDP uh, really makes you outstanding, meaning that people know you are when people know that you are a trainee, they are keen to teach you. And for example, in my second rotation, just to give you some context, I'm working on the data centers business unit here now at EDP, and I'm having the privilege to work with a previous trainee, uh, which is Paul, that has been a trainee for the 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, seven
yeah.
8 years ago. And Paul, for example, is amazing, and I'm working directly with him, a previous trainee that knows how it is to be a trainee, and how I mean how challenging it is, but how good it is to be in contact
A full
with
circle moment.
exactly. And that's the type of culture that you get when you're working here, which is the most senior people really enjoy to help the trainees. And even when you get the chance to work with previous trainees, I mean, that is even better. I don't know if I answer correctly, but this question is always hard to answer. I hope it was clear.
Perfect, Manuel. So, just 1 second. So we entered a little Q&A, and so we have so many questions, most of them, Daniela. So I probably won't be able to go one by one, but most of them focus on two or three areas. So one of them is also regarding our job as well, because we have lots of people asking about the recruitment process, Danielle. And so lots of people asking, like, they haven't received feedback yet. Will they receive feedback shortly? They haven't been called to do the assessments yet. Will they be called to do the assessments? So maybe this one we can answer together.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
but
But
go right ahead.
I can go first. So just to briefly explain, so the recruitment process is done in several phases. So you start, of course, with your application. So you fill out the application the application form, and you share your CV, and we are opening. We have the applications open until the end of this week. So until March 29th. So of course, we are still receiving applications as much as we as much as we want to. Um, and after this application process, some of you are already going into the next phases and all receiving feedback. So the first process is the application. Then you will have to do online tests, so logic tests, mathematics, an English test, and then a psychology test. Okay.
Mhm.
And then after this online tests, you will go to the next phase, which is a video interview. This video interview is most focused on simpler questions about your day to day, so how you can and how we can get to know you a little bit more, because right now we only have the result tests and then your CV, but this is more to get to know a little bit more about yourself. And after this the online interview phase, then you will go to the digital assessment day. This digital assessment day is going to happen in the end of April, beginning of May, okay? And it's going to be one morning, one full morning, or one full afternoon, well, where you get a chance to present yourself, to do a speech, and then to present a business project. This will not only be able for you to be able to meet other people, to meet me personally, of course, but to meet other people from EDP as well, and former trainees, because we will invite former trainees to get to talk about a little bit more about their experience while you are at the digital assessment day, but for you also to give your best and to show your best skills at the digital assessment day, to show a little bit more about your communication skills, how you can present a business project, and how do you present yourself to others by doing the speech, for example. And then after the digital assessment day, if everything goes well, you then go finally to the final recruitment process, which is the interview with one of the managers that will be the manager of one of your rotations. Most probably will be the manager to do your first rotation with you.
Perfect, Daniela. So let me answer on the more technical part. So what are we doing right now? So right now, most of you should be in the applicant stage. So you have not received yet the invitation for the online tests. We have a large amount of people that have already been invited to that stage, but most people are still in the application stage. Why? Because we have lots and lots of applications, which is amazing. So thank you once again for applying. But the thing is, we are doing our best to choose, because we have vacancies and we are trying to match the vacancies to the profiles of the applicants that we have. And so we need to look at several different things. We need to look at geography, and we are looking at people from different geographies. We are looking at obviously academic profiles as well, and then we are looking also for information regarding the other areas of the CV, so complementary information in areas that stand out. Meaning that if you have not been invited yet to the application, to the online test stage, that doesn't mean that you have failed or that you will be rejected. That might happen, but you might also go through to the online test stage, so you need to wait a little bit more to know if you will move forward in the process. So right now we cannot say if everyone that is listening, if everyone that is here is going to move forward or is going to be rejected. It's impossible to say that at the present moment. But those of you that have moved forward, what you need to understand is you might also be stuck within the online stage. Then you have not moved forward to the video interview stage as well. It's the exact same process. So we are looking at each and every one of you and seeing the ones that are most likely to fit the profiles that we have to move them forward. This is not a question of being better or worse. It's just a question of fit into the profiles that we have. Okay, so in regards to the recruitment process, we will try to move forward as much people as we can from now until the end of the application stage. Probably some of you will only have feedback after the closure of the application stage, but in the meanwhile, all of those that will be rejected, we will try to send information as soon as possible, because some of you obviously don't meet the criteria. And so those of you that don't meet the criteria of the project, of the program, those of you, you will receive feedback as soon as possible. Meaning that, Daniela, on that information, we have lots of questions regarding the profile of people that you are looking for. So, and asking the question about the difference between bachelor's and master's degree. So what is this program looking for?
So, talking about specific criteria. So, specific criteria that of the profiles that we are looking for, especially, of course, you will need to be ending your master's degree. So, for example, you are in the last year of your master's degree. So, the thing is, you're doing your master's degree, but you need to have, if you want, you need to be available to do a full time job, because it will be the global graduate program will be a full-time experience. Okay. And you will need to be comfortable on speaking and presenting and writing in English. So proficiency in English, those are the main two direct criteria for this program, because the type of profiles that we usually recruit need to have a master, especially when we talk about engineering profiles and business profiles. And then English proficiency, because we are a global company, and most of our teams communicate in English to make sure that we are inclusive for everyone that is involved in all of our projects, or even teams that are globally. For example, my team has someone in Brazil, someone in Houston, someone in Singapore, and then Portugal and in Spain. So a very diverse team, for example. And we have a lot of teams that are the same way here at EDP. So these are the main criteria. One other criteria that could be more flexible, and I'm sure a lot of you have this question, is regarding the visa process. So when we talk about visa processes, they are very tricky, and I'm not going to lie to you, they're very tricky. But when, for example, we have someone that is from Portugal, and the application process said that their preferences could be um, national and international. These type of questions that we have in the in the form, sorry, they help us understand the type of profiles that would like to have an international rotation or not. So that's why we have this type of questions to understand how we can work in this type in mapping the rotations for our graduates. And for example, in for the interest for the starting of the global graduate program, we need to understand case by case when we talk about visa processes, because we understand that some nationalities could be more difficult than others. Okay, and by regarding processes and legal processes and everything. So we try when we talk about the visa requirements, it's very specific and analyzed case by case, and even communicated with the candidate. For example, if you are Portuguese, you are living in Portugal, but you mentioned that you would like to have an experience in the United States, we will offer you first the rotation in your home country to be in Portugal, and then try to have then the international rotation for the United States. Because when we this for the start of the program, for you to be able to start the global graduate program. When we talk about when we talk about the international mobility, this will be totally sponsored by EDP. So um, you will need for you to have for you to be able to do this 6 months rotation in another country. You'll have, if you need to have a visa, EDP will sponsor for sure this visa, your accommodation, and your trips between your home country and your international rotation country.
Perfect.
And sorry,
Daniela,
I was talking about then this visa because I'm sure a lot of you have this
for
question. But
sure. Yeah.
when we talk about other types of criteria, this is not especially a criteria, but really what we look for is people that are just they are interested in the energy sector, of course, because this is a sector that has a lot of things. EDP has a lot of business, a lot of projects, interesting projects in my perspective, of course. But people that, of course, would like to understand, would like to know more, would like to be involved in the energy sector for sure. But people that want to give ideas, want to challenge themselves, because this, of course, will be a challenge for you. You'll have to adapt really fast to this type of opportunities when you do these rotations, to learn and make sure that you adapt. But because we want you to be part of the team, we do not want you to be the team and then the graduate that is just entered. We want you to be part of the team. You part of the team that make sure that you give your ideas, you give your input, you have projects dedicated by you. And Manuel, I don't know if you want to explain a little bit about your experience, how Manuel has been first in the rotation, two different rotation that with different, very different types of teams, different sides of the business. And Manuel, maybe you can explain a little bit more about your experience, of course.
Yes, I think just to give a heads up that you were mentioning that you don't want that the graduates are outside of the team, outside of the rest of the company, and for sure that that is acquired because, for example, where I'm currently in my second rotation, I do have responsibility, I do have ownership upon things, so it's not just a trainee, it's not just another intern that is doing some boring Excel work, as you may always hear about. Oh, you're going to an internship, you're going to do boring work that the others don't want to. No, it's really not the case. Uh, I have the privilege to be present in all meetings of the team, important meetings, meetings with potential clients, for example, in this specific case, even not in this rotation, the previous rotation, even in meetings with the board. So just to give you an idea that you are not aside from the work that the team is doing, you are not aside from the important things. No, they when I say they, we EDP people here want that the trainees take their ownership, take their responsibility, and of course to present results. I mean that's part of the challenge, and that's probably the and just to close, it's probably the most interesting thing on this program is to be 100% or 200% involved in everything that is happening in these teams.
Danielle and Manuel, another question that comes up a lot is how are the rotations chosen? Do graduates have spaces to influence the rotations, or are you EDP choosing the rotations for them?
Daniela, maybe you start and then I can end it up.
I'm going to say, Manuel, the floor is yours because I know that you
All right,
like this
all right.
question.
No, I do like because I think in my specific case it went very well, and the reason why I think this is because EVP, and in this case I have to give it to Daniela. Daniela valued that a lot. So of course in the first rotation there's not much of an option. So you are presented with an offer, you get an interview, and if you like, of course, then you accept. Um, my the first rotation experience was pretty much this. The second rotation was completely different, because something that is really valued in this program is the ability, your social skills, and consequently the ability of doing your network, because it's an important factor in your professional career, and doing your own network. And I mean, Daniela told us, you go, you text people in EDP are really accessible, directors, senior directors, um, they are really accessible. And so while I was doing my first rotation, I was already preparing for my second rotation, and I reached out to areas that seemed interesting. I had coffees with, just to give you an idea, because I think this is something that in my opinion, you won't get in any company. Probably EDP, of course, is not the only one, but I think this is not, this is a company that promotes it. The area where I'm currently in, I had the privilege to have a coffee with the executive director of the area. I reached out to Paul, which is the person who I'm currently working with, and Paul, then Paul told me, or I think it was even okay. Then text Anna, and Anna, who is a very very good professional and with a lots of work, uh, within, I think it was around 1 hour, answered me on Teams. And so this is something that I really enjoy, to go for your opportunities, to look for something that interests you. uh, I got lucky. I really like this area, and I think uh, I got lucky because I was able to get in this area. Of course, there are going to be areas that they don't have the possibility to receive someone, but if they do, they will at least hear you, at least speak a little bit about what they do there, and I mean, it's a really interesting experience. I don't know if I was, Daniela, I don't know if I was clear enough, but I think
I can compliment Manuel, and thank you so much. So, this when we talk about this rotation, we have of and this experience, we have two different perspectives that Manuel talked about. So, of course, we one of the reasons that we do this global onboarding, it's for you not only to deep dive and get to know really better EDP and all of its business, and it's a lot, but especially for you to meet different people in each area. And I'm going to give the example of Manuel. Manuel met his I'm going to say tutor, the one that it's doing his rotation right now with him. He met him during the onboarding because Paul, as a former trainee, went there and present himself and present his experience and talked about with a little bit of everyone. And he met Manuel, and he rearranged this opportunity for us to have a trainee in their team and to be with Paul during this experience. So this is really one of the most important things for all of you in your professional career, to have this networking base. But because one of the things that we promote a lot during this program, and we will promote during the graduate program, is for you to network. Not only because if it's for your second, for your third rotation, but especially for your future and for your professional career. And that's very, very, very important, at least in my perspective, in my own opinion. However, not however, sorry. And when we talk about the rotations, it's a lot what Manuel explained. So in this new program, we will have not two but three rotations, and we will work together. So with all the graduates, we will have us, EDP, PNO, people in the organization team, to work together. Of course, the first rotation is defined during the recruitment process between you and the managers and everyone involved. And then the second and the third rotation, we are already working on in the rotation mapping. So try to understand what is the best rotation for a graduate to boost their career in EDP. And we have this strategic mindset, this strategic mapping for the rotations. But one thing that we want to be is completely flexible, because we can have this rotation mapped. However, we would like to be these rotations. We would like to be flexible because we want to promote this conversation with you while you are doing your own rotation. So you start at EDP, you 6 months go by, you start this experience, and because this is for early careers, we are starting our own careers and finding out and figuring out everything. We also are exploring. So, and that's why I'm saying a lot the networking side. It's very important for you to understand what makes sense. Okay, EDP is so big, and it really is. It's so big. What does really make sense for me, and what I would like to explore. And this is something that is talked about during the first rotation for the second rotation for the third rotation, to understand, okay, I'm Daniela. I'm the responsible for the global graduate program. From my side, for what we have discussed with the managers, for your boost, for your career TDP, this makes sense. This can be make sense. So I present you. I try to present you the opportunities, and we talk very openly about this. But from your side, I also would like to hear your perspectives. And for example, I met this team, and I have a very direct example of one of the other trainees that did this networking, and he was figuring it out. What rotations, what teams he would like to meet, and he reached out to a very specific team, which is the Global Acceleration Office team. He reached out to the team, had literally coffee with them, and then he shared with me that he really would like to have his second rotation in the team, and we made that happen. And now he's doing his second rotation in Madrid. He's from Portugal, and he's doing his second rotation in Madrid with the manager from that team. So, long story short, this is not direct. This is not how do we say it in English? So,
A
uh,
straightforward
yeah,
process,
it's not
yeah.
straightforward. It's not black and white. So it's very a conversation and transparent and open conversation between us, the opportunities that we have, the teams that we think that make sense for you, that are a challenge for you, and are that makes sense for your own development for you to stay with us at EDP. But of course, if it even
Okay, Daniela got stuck.
Yeah.
Manuel, just so also to understand, tell us a little bit about the all the support structure that you had. Lots of people asking about the mentor and all the support structures that you have. Can you tell us a little bit
Maybe
what is a mentor?
I think Daniela is back, so
Yes.
maybe we
hi,
can let her
what
finish.
happened?
Yeah, for sure. Daniela, yeah.
Um, so I was concluding what I was saying. So it's not very black and white. It's not straightforward. It's a conversation between us, saying what are the teams and the opportunities and the teams that are available, but the teams that we think are a challenge that makes sense for your development, for you to stay with us with EDP, but also conversation from your side to understand what makes sense for you and, of course, for your own professional career.
Manuel, now I was asking Daniela, Manuel, about the mentoring. Lots of people asking about the support structure that you
Yes,
guys offer within the program. So a mentor, a buddy, what
yes.
are those profiles and what do they do?
What I will speak about my personal experience, and then probably Daniela wants to give more general idea. But my experience with the mentoring program has been great so far. Just to give you a global understanding of what it is, as Daniela was saying before, uh, you basically get the chance to know someone that is a senior people in EDP. In my case, for example, is a principal from EDP Ventures, and it doesn't have to do with the area you are working on. It's just only a person that has lots of experience within in this company and can help you throughout this process. I've had several meetings, but I don't want to say meetings because more like informal meetings, really coffees,
Conversations.
conversations with my mentor. For example, he supported me a lot choosing this second rotation. Just an example, I was in between two areas here at EDP, and he advised me. He told me what I should do and why I should do it, and so they are basically supporting us in the whole process of this trainee, in my case trainee program, but the graduates program. They are very accessible, um, and yes, we speak a little bit about the past weeks or the past days. We say what has been better, what has been worse, what should we do. I'm facing this situation. I don't know how to approach my manager. For example, this is an example, and it's a real example. I face this situation. I would really like to do this. I don't know how to approach my manager because it's a little bit outside of the scope of work of what I'm doing right now. How should I do it? Should I do it? Should I not? So these type of things that senior people can really help because they went through this. They are also managers, directors, so they they know what a director would like to hear. So they they really help us through all this journey. This is my experience, but I think Daniela might uh, be able to.
Daniela, on these topics, they ask how is the mentor matched? How do you
So, for for my trainees, it was very analyzed. So, of course, I knew Manuel. I knew his ambitions, but we actually use a platform, a digital platform for the mentoring program, where the mentor says what are their best. The strong skills that he can mentor for other people, and then the mentee in the platform says the things that he would like to develop more, what things that he would like to talk about more. So with the platform we kind of do this type of matches with the things that the mentor can teach and the things that the mentee wants to learn, and we kind of do this match. And especially for the trainees, because we are getting to know them better, we get to know their ambitions a little bit better, and because we know then the mentors and the feedback they have, the type of profiles that they are, we do the matches very, not finger by finger, but we try to do the best matches not only by a digital platform but by analyzing each type of profiles, kind of like a recruitment process if you think about it.
So next questions, a bunch of questions regarding the projects that we have, Daniela. So what kind of projects are we looking for? What type of profiles are we looking for? Can you give us a little bit? And this I mean geographically, because we are looking. One question that I answer is: are we looking for specific people? Do people from other countries can apply? Yes, we are accepting people from all over the world. So don't you can apply whatever country you are in. But yeah, so what type of projects, Daniela, do we have?
You mean for the rotations, for the teams, the
No,
projects that
no.
we have?
Currently, yeah, the first one. So, what type of the profiles? So, the first one, the rotations, the areas where they will be working on.
Okay, so then that's always a tough question for me, because right now we have a lot of teams, and we are doing the rotation mapping for the graduates, and we have so many projects, so many fun and interesting things to have. But just to give you an idea, so the type of profiles that we look for, it's very broad, so it's not um, we look for people that have a business background, a data background, or I mean a STEM background, so very people that have this transversal background, because you will have the chance to have these three rotations could be in different types of teams that have this transversal role. And I'm going to use Manuel's example every day, because Manuel is an electrical engineer, and his first rotation is from a team that is very strategic oriented. So it's not because he's an engineer that he's going to be on the field viewing solar plants. So Manuel's team, first rotations team, is very business oriented. And Manuel, maybe you can explain a little bit more about
Yes,
the team, for example.
yes. Just for example, that specific team, I'd say that 70% of the people there were not from engineering. Uh, you have, of course, contact with some technical things, but you are in the energy sector is inevitable. But yes, that specific team, and it was really great, because that specific team is a team that is meant for it's we usually say the director from the team Tomas, he usually say that that team is the foresight team of the company, because we are constantly looking at the market, at the sector, at the trends, um, and constantly updating the company, the board, of what is going to happen, what is happening right now, why is this happening, why does it make sense to look more for data centers, for example, for batteries, for example. So all of this strategic view of the market was what I was doing on my first rotation, which doesn't have anything to do with engineering. There were a few things that, if probably if you were from an electrical engineering background, would be useful, but they were not. A mandatory thing to have for sure. So, and this is something that I really like in this program. And even in my second rotation, uh, it's more an engineering oriented team, even though the team, I'm pretty sure we are all engineers, but the team doesn't do an engineering, a technical engineering work. So what I'm saying is, I don't see any reason why you couldn't have a business background here or a finance background here, because EDP really promotes it, and I agree that is a great thing. Different visions, different perspectives, a better outcome, and EDP promotes this. And so, if you are from finance, or if you are from engineering, or if you are from economics, don't worry that much about your academic background, because being from an academic background doesn't have anything to do with the thing that you are going to do here at ADP. Of course, the knowledge is important, but that's just one out of plenty of things. I think, Daniela, I think you will agree with me, but
Yeah.
So we are coming to a close. We have 5 minutes. So, Daniela, I have two more questions
Yeah.
that people are asking a lot. One of them is more straightforward, the other one is more broad. The most straightforward one is what happens at the end. So, when you reach the 18 month, is a full time contract guaranteed at the end? So, what happens at the end of the program?
So I'm going to also give a straight answer that it is not guaranteed. Okay. Of course, what can I tell you? We invest a lot in this program, and invest in a lot in each and each and any one of you. So in all of you, and you do these 3 rotations, you do this international mobility. We not only by that, we you do mentoring program, you will do also other types of trainings that are to develop your own self. So our goal is for you to stay with us. What do I mean when I say it's not guaranteed? It's because, of course, during each rotation, you will be evaluated by your manager. So evaluated in the sense that, of course, you will need to show your best skills. You'll need to show you
To perform.
you your performance. Thank you so much, Miguel. You will be evaluated with your performance, of course, like any person here at EDP is evaluated. So that's why it is not guaranteed. So of course, we want you to be with us after the rotations, and we work a lot together to make sure that if you succeed, if you give your all, your how do I say it, your performance, your hard work will be rewarded to make sure that you stay with us.
So the next question is for both of you, and it's the last one. And I think it's more conceptual. And so the thing is, lots of people asking about. So we all know the world is evolving to a greener side, and so lots of people asking, what do you both of you see EDP's role in this transition? So how do you see EDP within this green transition?
Oh, I see a big footprint. I mean, I'm not an expert. I have an economics background, and I've been working since I ended my academic studies. I've been working in the HR area, so I'm not an expert, of course, in the energy transition. But I know that with all the projects that EDP does, and not only my job, of course, it's not directly related to the energy sector, let's say it, but we try always together to work for that purpose in everything that we do, whether it's for employer branding, whether it's for talent attraction, on this more related to that. But we see EDP doing a lot in everything that is related to the business, and only focused on renewables. So, just to give you a perspective, 98% and I don't want to lie, but 98% of our portfolio of energy production is only renewable energy, and we have a little bit of percentage of gas.
Yes, historical generation. I don't know. Do you want me to do? Do we still have time? I can also give my
Yes,
perception.
a few more minutes, Manuel. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's undeniable that the energy sector and the renewables per se are growing at a fast pace. They have been for the past 20 years. Uh, we every day we see a growing electrification of everything in our daily lives. I could talk about the electric vehicles. I could talk about heavy industries that used to have coal and now they want to have electricity. I could talk about heating systems, for example, heat pumps that we have in our places, air conditionings. Unfortunately, because of the global warming, there are more and more air conditioning, and so EDP is present here just because EDP has a grid business, a electricity grid business that needs to be heavily reinforced. The grids need to heavily be enforced by this electricity demand, and I mean to supply this all of this electrification that is going to grow for the next 10, 20, 30 years. You will have to need have more generation and more renewables generation, not just because it's sustainable, because that's the driver for the past 20 years, but now it's just not because it's sustainable, it's because it's cheaper than coal, it's cheaper than oil, and we see the prices of coal and oil. And for example, I can just to close, a really interesting example is that here in Portugal, we are being affected by the prices of oil and gas, but in our electricity bills, with this situation of the Iran, we are not being affected because we have around 90% of our generation in Portugal is renewable, and we don't see our electricity prices being affected. And so sustainability, low prices, these are drivers for the energy transition. And so since we are a company and a leading company in the energy sector, this makes us in puts us in the perfect place.
So thank you, all of you. Thank you for attending. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Manuel, for being here with us. I know that we did not have time to answer all of your questions, so I would kindly ask every one of you to send us your questions via LinkedIn, whatever. Send us via our WhatsApp. It's available, so you can ask us all your questions via WhatsApp. Just to sum up what we were talking in this hour. So EDP graduate program is a shift from the trainee program. It's longer. It has a different experience, a larger experience, more. You'll have more international rotations. So the experience has evolved. The profile is more or less the same. So just to make it perfectly clear, because the name that we are calling is not the same in every geography. What EDP is looking for is people that have 5 years of studies. So that is important, that you have 5 years of studies and that you have less than 2 years of work experience. Why? Because this is more or less they want, this is a starting program. So this is not for people that have lots of experience. This is for people that are starting now. If you have a different profile, EDP also has other opportunities. One other question that was here is, I have a different profile. I'm a bachelor or I have less than 5 years of experience. EDP has different programs that allows you to also enter the company via another route different from this one. So you need to look out for different projects. So people asking about the internships that EDP provides, the summer internships as well. So lots of opportunities within EDP. You really need to look out. They are available. This one has a very specific profile, and it's this one: 5 years of studies and less than 2 years of work experience. So I hope all of you enjoyed this Q&A session. This is exactly for this. Thank you everyone for attending, and I hope you will see you soon in the next stages of this process, and that you will be one of the selected few for this amazing program. Thank you once again. Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much,
Thank
everyone. Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.